And so he just tossed it up on the windshield. And this kid walks by, and he goes, "That's my dad's car." He was so he bought a Cadillac Blackwing a couple years ago, and the guy who owned it had passed away. And the family, was selling off all the stuff. And he's been a sponsor for us for a while. He parks directly across from the tent. And he showed up, and he had a piece of paper just for sale written on a piece of paper, and he stuck it on the window. And I was like, and he's always talked about selling it. He's like, just, if I sell it, I sell it. I don't really care, And so he just tossed it up on the windshield. And this kid walks by, and he goes, "That's my dad's car." And he was like, "What?" And he was like, "That was my dad's car." And Kenny was like, "No, this was, a guy who had passed away." He's like, "No, that was my dad." He was like, "And we had to sell everything." And he was, I want to say, I could be wrong, I want to say Kenny said they were coming down that weekend to finish the closing on their house. They live in Kansas City, and they were just passing through, and they stopped at the car show. Yeah. And so he's like, "We're selling our lake house this week, and I want to buy my dad's car back." And he was like, "Are you serious?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Take the for sale sign off of it. I'll call you next week." And Kenny called me 2 weeks later, and he was like, "Kid came and picked up the car." Kid was, he was in tears. He was like, "We literally just randomly stopped by, and here's my dad's old car for sale." And so
that's awesome.
He ended up buying it 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat story. So.